Hi, Mr. Mo Kelly here. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. And I'm a little sad today. I'm sad because the days are getting shorter. Did you notice that? It's getting darker earlier. Summer is on its way out. And, you know, it just makes me feel a little sad. There's like a little fake tear coming down my cheek right now. You can't see it, but just trust me, it's there. I wanted more summer. I wanted more heat. And now I'm looking at Mark Ronner because I heard his report during the break. There's like real rain coming like tomorrow and the rest of the week.
Ah, there we go. I was waiting for that. Thank you for that. May I have another? Thank you, sir.
I thought you wanted your cigarette now.
Oh, yeah, I got to start smoking for this. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. Or do you want me to go down to the kitchen and get you a sandwich?
I think we kindred spirits, aren't we?
I always like a sandwich afterward.
I prefer a drink.
No, usually, since we're going to tell all our business, usually it's like...
Yeah, that too. Yeah. As you age, yes, of course.
Oh, no, it's always been that way.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
straight to sleep.
Understandable. But
back to rain.
Let's do. You were talking about the moon with Conway, and you should be looking forward to that. I know you like a nice big moon.
And we're off.
Yes, we are.
It's already weird. No, but see, the thing is, I was telling Conway, if you didn't hear during crosstalk, it's like it's on the other side of the building. I can't physically see it. We have one window. It's like a prison cell. It's a little window. You can see out. You can't see a lot.
Yeah, we're broadcasting from Gitmo.
But I can't see it. And I said, well, maybe during a commercial break, I'll run to the other side of the building, literally where you'd have to go to see it. I always like seeing a harvest moon, an orange moon. It's always been fascinating to me. I don't know if I'll be able to see it tonight, but also, since it's getting darker earlier, I guess that'll make it more prominent. You get to see it more tonight, or maybe I'll be able to see it on the drive home.
I'm looking forward to driving to work in the dark. That's going to be fun.
Oh, I can't stand that.
I was just kidding.
Oh, okay, good. Because your sarcasm needs to up its game.
It's a little hard to read sometimes, isn't it?
Yes.
No. Yeah, that's my goal is to go to bed at the crack of dawn and leave for work at dark. Good Lord, that's what people in Alaska do, isn't it? Or Siberia.
The best times of my life are in the summer. It stays light out until 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I find that the traffic is better because usually when I'm coming in, people are staying at work longer. Because when there's light out, people are more inclined to stay at work and finish what they're doing. Once the sun goes down, they start rushing home because why? Like the day is over. Traffic gets progressively worse in the winter months. The days are shorter. My mood is saltier.
Oh, I think I know where this is headed.
What, menopause?
No, more middle fingers in the commute.
No. For you, I don't do that. I get frustrated.
Oh, okay.
But I don't engage other drivers. Now, I will... with my windows up, yell like, what the F are you doing? What's going on? My favorite is, what are we doing? What are you going right? Are you going to left? Can you put on a signal? Just let me know so I can go opposite of you.
That sounds a little Seinfeldian and a little bit. Okay, all right.
Maybe, but I get very frustrated. But I don't lash out at other drivers because I don't know what they're going to do, and I don't know what I'm going to do in response to what they're going to do.
Well, let me just tell you this. I never had the time to learn ASL, American Sign Language, but I know the one sign, and I try to employ that in a nonviolent, peaceful way.
I know a few cuss words, sign language, but I wouldn't use them in a real situation. Yeah.
Let me see.
It's radio.
No. I want to see if he can
like
do it.
Dummy.
Okay.
This.
Oh, that actually means something?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, okay. Yeah, you guys are lucky we're not Instagram Live.
No,
he's going off.
He's doing Italian sign language. I grew up with Italians, and those are all. Well, I can't say what they mean.
Right.
I can't say. But it's not good. It's negative.
No, but it will convey a sentiment in a given moment.
They are signs meant to negatively impact the person on the receiving end.
I try not to engage because in my 20s and my 30s, I was a hothead, and I don't have the latitude to be a hothead now. I have more to lose, so I can't be single guy hothead with nothing to lose.
I guess I have nothing to lose.
Well, and I know I'm going to run into me 25 years ago.
Or you're going to run into young Tuwala in his trunk.
Right. And we don't want that.
No.
We don't want that. You know, I'm the guy now. It's like, hey, I don't want any trouble. You're just a punk. Okay. I'm a punk. Call me whatever.
Look, I keep this handy.
What is this?
Look,
what is this, Tuwala? What are you holding in your hand, Tuwala?
Look, is he brandishing something?
Yes, he is.
It's
is that bear spray?
Hey. You don't have to put it out on the air.
No, I'm saying I don't know what it is.
No, but it is highly effective. This is
deodorant?
LAPD strength.
No, I couldn't tell what it was.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay. But I made sure
Cheese
that
Whiz?
I wanted to get LAPD strength Cheese Whiz.
Yes, it's called Aquanet.
Nice.
Yes. just for the handiness of whatever may happen downstairs. Then, if need be, click, pop the trunk.
I tell you, each night I usually check my social media, the direct messages, just because, because I like interacting with listeners. I really do. They'll ask questions. They'll make suggestions. And more times than not, I don't think people know, for the most part, you're not going to get an actual radio personality to engage with you on social media. I'm not trying to call anyone else out, but I'm saying I'm about the only one. You'll know you're talking to me because I make it abundantly clear when you come at me sideways. Abundantly clear.
I miss you on Twitter so much.
I don't miss me on Twitter.
Oh, it was entertaining to me personally.
It was better for everyone else involved.
I mean, it might have put you on heart meds sooner or later, but I enjoyed it.
No, I'm actually like Tuwala in that regard. It's just I hide it better. Tuwala, don't mess with Tuwala. Me, I can smile a little bit. I can play the game a little bit, but after a certain point, I can't play the game anymore.
Well, I like that you respond in kind to unpleasant trolls. People don't understand that it's still okay to be a normal, decent human being when you're reaching out to somebody who's on the radio. You don't just unleash your id on the person. You have manners like you would if you talked to anybody else, but they don't really get that with you.
I find that people think if they say something louder, like all caps, or if they say something patently offensive or something which is just unacceptable, it's almost like they're doing it because they're hoping if they do that, they'll get a response. No, you'll get a response if you act like you have some manners. It's not that difficult. I would respond regardless. I respond to the nice stuff and the not so nice stuff. But the point I'm making is when I'm in a car, it's different because I don't want to escalate.
So you don't want to send somebody a picture of your hand giving the middle finger?
No, Mark. That's not... Well, yes, Mark, I don't want to do that either. But I'm saying I've matured in my old age.
Oh, I can tell.
Yep, I am. Slightly. I didn't say a lot. I said I'm matured.
The maturity just radiates off of you.
Your responses are always very mature, and you tell people off with the most eloquent responses ever. Me, I go straight to blank, 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 blank. You, your mama, blank, blank, blank. Your dead grandparents, blank, 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 blank. And that's the difference. That's why I got off Twitter.
Well, I got off as well because I was getting closer to the blank blanks and dead grandparents and everything. And it's like, why? How did we get here? We're talking about shorter days. The next thing we know, we're talking about blank, blank, dead grandparents.
We're all just following your lead. You're the host privilege.
Okay, then let's talk about Metro when we come back.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Here is your Metro update. Now, it could have been a shooting. It could have been a stabbing. It could have been, I don't know, someone who committed suicide on the track. So I'm being serious. All that could happen on any given day. But today it seems, this is really strange. If you read the story, the headline says, Metro train strikes vehicle. Then if you read the story, it says, vehicle strikes train. Well, it's got to be one or the other, right? Who was at fault? Let's find out.
It's along East 3rd Street here in the Boyle Heights area. You can see this small black car that, according to witnesses, may have tried to turn onto the street, didn't see the Metro line.
Whoa. The car turned and didn't see the big-ass train. I've driven next to the Metro before. You always can see it. You always can hear it. It's not like it comes out of a tunnel and surprises like, whoa, train. And it's never happened to me. And it's never happened. The Metro train has never snuck up on me. Why? Because they have these signals that go bing, 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 ding, and the arm comes down, so you just can't drive through. And if you notice, if you're near the metro, all the lights turn red, so nobody can move. Nobody can move. Train comes through. There's no way you could accidentally happen upon the train, or it can sneak up on you.
Black car that, according to witnesses, may have tried to turn onto the street, didn't see the metro line or the metro rail, and it was struck. Now you can see the metro rail itself is actually off the track, so that's going to cause some delays throughout the area here in East LA and Boyle Heights.
Well, okay, the car got its money's worth. You think when you hit a metro train and you derail the train, that's a high-speed, powerful impact. How anyone managed to not die, I have no idea.
As far as injuries, we're hearing one person was transported in unknown condition. A second patient that was on the metro rail has just now been transported, also in unknown condition here. As for the injuries to the driver, that's still unknown, but you can see metro rail authorities that are here. They're assessing the damage, as well as the sheriff's department, the CHP, and the fire department.
Have you ever, and this is rhetorical because hopefully you never have you ever thought, like, I could beat that metro train? We're going about same speed. I can make a quick left and jump through. Have you ever thought that? I've never thought that. I've never thought about tempting fate and a train, be it metro, be it a cargo train, whatever. I've never thought about dancing in front of a train, not for thrills, not for kicks, not to save 15 minutes to get to work.
You don't want to do that. And I can tell you, back in my reporter days, I covered car train accidents. The worst one was a young girl who was driving in a car trying to beat two trains coming in opposite directions, and she got balled up between the two of them in her car. Horrifying.
She didn't make it, did she?
Oh, no, she was instantly, it was like those people in the submersible, instantly crushed.
Well, I guess that's a happy ending on some level. I mean, because you don't want the person to have to suffer.
No. I interviewed the conductor who had to look down and see her just utterly terrified in her final seconds. No, you do not want to ever race a train, ever.
I don't understand, because people think, they may not know. The train or the metro rail, they can't stop. Even if they see you, they cannot stop in any amount of time, which is going to prevent the end of your life.
It takes a long time to stop a train.
Yeah.
As for how many people are on the metro rail, we just don't know at this point, but we're seeing many people that are out here on the sidewalk who will need some alternate forms of transportation at this point.
Yeah, I'm quite sure, because the metro rail is not going anywhere because it's been derailed. So, yeah, they're not going to be able to use that train.
My brother, he doesn't, he's not a conductor like on Metro, but he works for the railways. And, he puts together the cars and takes them up and down the coast and stuff like that. And he tells me that we would be surprised the number of cars that actually just get capped by trains on the regular. And like you just said, a car or anything is on those tracks. He said with the diesels that he's driving or whatever, he's like, oh no. Oh, there's no stopping.
There's no stopping. You're not going to win.
Yeah.
You're not even going to place or show. You're going to die. That's all there is to it.
That's it.
This happened about 30 minutes ago, and you can just see what the investigation that's still continuing here. Again, this is the metro rail that was struck by, or a car that was struck by a metro rail here in Boyle Heights.
What was the car really struck by the metro rail, or did the car strike the metro rail and just lost? Because the car turned in to the metro rail. It wasn't like the car was minding its own business and the train came down the tracks and slammed into it. No, the car turned in to the metro rail. That's key in all this. You can't understate that.
Along East 3rd Street here in the Boyle Heights area, you can see this small black car that, according to witnesses, may have tried to turn onto the street, didn't see the metro line.
Why are you trying to make excuses for the car? Tried to turn on and didn't see? That's a you problem, dog. It's a big-ass train. Metro. 10 cars. Probably the bells and the whistles of the intersection going ding, 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 ding. And you decided still to turn on through.
Have you ever seen a metro crossing that didn't have rails? I'm wondering, is there one in the city that doesn't have a crossing or anything to warn you?
Not that I know of.
I've never seen that.
I mean, when I drive down like Crenshaw, you're running parallel to it. And obviously there are certain intersections. Yeah, you're going to cross over the tracks, but the lights are always sequenced where you can't legally make a turn while the train is coming. So obviously this person just decided to try to beat the train and lost horrendously.
Yeah.
But just don't blame the train as far as hitting the car. The car hit the train and lost. Huge difference. Huge difference.
Black car that, according to...
Why do they keep talking about the color of the car? Always got to make it about race.
Black car that, according to witnesses, may have tried to turn onto the street.
The term is African American car.
Black car that, according to witnesses, may have tried to turn onto the street, didn't see the metro line or the metro rail, and it was struck. Now you can see the metro rail itself is...
It's like, what is it? What's that tense? Past perfect preterite.
Past perfect?
It was passive. It's like the car was struck. No.
Car has been struck.
The car hit the train. Just because, don't penalize the train for being larger. The car hit the train.
Yeah, there's no free will involved in steering a train.
Right.
It's on the tracks.
Black car that, according to witnesses, may have tried to turn onto the street, didn't see the metro line or the metro rail, and it was struck. Now you can see the metro rail itself is actually off the track, so that's going to cause some delays throughout the area here in East LA and Boyle Heights. As far as injuries, we're hearing one person was transported in unknown condition, a second patient that was on the metro rail.
Well, no one died. That's all I can ask for. No one died. Surprisingly, nobody died.
Sounds like you're, with your little asides here, you're bucking for some more DMs later tonight.
What? I didn't make it about race. The guy in the helicopter made it about race.
Okie doke.
KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app. Let's talk about Norwalk and homeless shelters and bans and Gavin Newsom and all those things that we all love to discuss.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
We continue to talk about the issue of homelessness here in the state of California, here in Southern California. And you know, Governor Gavin Newsom recently signed legislation basically banning homeless encampments and empowering local municipalities to remove these encampments, going so far as to even saying that he would fine these cities that don't follow suit. That's one side of the coin. On the other side of the coin, you have cities like Norwalk who are saying, we're not even going to build any more shelters. We're not going to help the homeless people. That's my read of it, where they're going to extend their moratorium on transitional housing, on shelters. And I'm thinking like, wait a minute. Okay, so you have banned homeless encampments. You've empowered cities to get rid of the encampments. Cities like Norwalk are going to extend their moratorium on building any transitional shelter, temporary shelter. In other words, you're getting rid of the encampments and you're also getting rid of the shelters. Where are the people supposed to go?
Norwalk City Hall voted to extend the ban of emergency shelters and transitional housing for the homeless 5-0 at Tuesday's council
Unanimous.
meeting.
Unanimous. Aye. Okay, motion passes.
Defying Governor Gavin Newsom's demand for the city to reverse course. The governor threatened to sue the city of Norwalk, calling the city's ban on building homeless shelters counterproductive and immoral. At tonight's meeting, residents of Norwalk were split, some disappointed in the city's decision to extend the ban.
I hope that in these 10 months it brings other agencies to the table to be able to discuss a better plan, not only for Norwalk, but hope it also gives an example to the rest of the county to really help its residents and properly utilize the funding of our taxes to help unhoused people.
I just want to know, what's the answer? Where are they supposed to go? Are you going to put them in jail? You're going to criminalize it where you've banned the encampments. Okay, they cannot sleep out on public sidewalks. They can't sleep here, can't sleep there. Got it. Okay. You're not going to put them in jail? Oh, okay. So you're going to put them in transitional housing? You're going to give them over to a hospital? You're going to give them any type of medical services because some of them are not in their right mind. Some of them are on drugs. And what do you want them to do?
Others giving the city their support, saying the 10-month ban gives the city time to come up with a plan that works.
What do you mean come up with a plan that works? How many years? Homelessness isn't new. It's not like COVID. We just met it in 2019.
All right, listen, I know where they're going to go. It's that one really popular place called Somewhere Else.
Oh, yeah, on a bus. They will force them onto a bus.
Or Metro Train.
Or Metro Train, a Norwalk Greyhound, and send them somewhere else. Probably downtown L.A. Maybe they'll do what these kind officers did in Burbank and send them over to the mayor's house. I don't know.
We're not. The whole point is we're not serious about addressing homelessness. Okay, you don't want the encampments. Got it. You don't want the RVs. Got it. I support that. Let's get rid of the RVs. Okay, I don't want it parked out in front of my house. Okay, not in my front yard. Now you don't want the transitional housing. You don't want the shelters. I mean, damn.
I would say that the city needs more professionals that can address those with mental health and substance abuse that need.
So they have more professionals. They have nowhere to sleep. They have nowhere to stay. I don't need more doctors. I need more beds. I need places for them to go. Is a mental health professional going to meet them at the curb? Well, I forgot you can't stay at the curb because they're not allowed to sleep out there. They've cleared out the encampments.
Address those with mental health and substance abuse that need more intensive services and more patient work and more intensive planning.
The mayor of Norwalk released a lengthy statement outlining the projects the city has funded for the homeless and calling out the state, saying Norwalk has received no Measure H funding.
Oh, so this is just a urination contest with the governor. It's not about the people. You just want to grandstand in front of Governor Gavin Newsom and say, well, no, we have not received the money that you promised us. And so we're going to publicly stand opposite you, Mr. Governor. But in the meantime, we still have the same homeless problem, people with no place to stay. So you're not giving them an alternative. You don't want them on the street, but you don't want them in a shelter. You don't want them in a shelter, but you don't want them in an encampment. You don't want them in your front yard. You don't want them in your backyard. You don't want them in your RV. What do you want them to do? I got it. Die. You just want them to die. Die, homeless. Die.
I want to laugh, but I can't, man.
I'm saying it's that absurd. Everything can't be the wrong answer. Not everything.
Well, I think the problem, Mo, is in your perspective. It's really inconsiderate of these homeless people not to simply disappear for our convenience.
Well, that's what I said. They're just waiting for them to die.
Yes, exactly.
And also clean up after themselves after they die.
At the very least, please.
The state says Norwalk has received nearly $29 million in housing and homeless funds since 2019. The governor threatening the city with a lawsuit, saying by extending the ban, Norwalk will fail to meet its housing goals required by state law.
Okay, so you sue the city of Norwalk. Then what? A protracted, prolonged court battle, and then the city either gets the money or they don't get the money. In the meantime, more homeless people, more hepatitis A, B, and C, more RVs, more encampments. Do you want to solve the problem or at least address the problem? Or do you want to get in a urinating match with the governor? I know the urinating match is much more entertaining. Don't get me wrong. Because when the city stands opposite the governor and, you want to fight the powers that be and stick it to the Democratic governor. Yeah, I get it. I get how the optics play politically. But in the meantime, same old homeless problem, same number of homeless people, or if not more, because you don't want transitional housing. You don't want homeless shelters, but you don't want homeless people either. Did I miss anything? Anything? Anyone? Bueller? I don't think so.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
I can't be the only one. I can't possibly be the only one. I can't be the only guy who thought that Tupperware was a common noun and not a proper noun. I grew up thinking that Tupperware was the same thing as container, not a brand. I thought Tupperware was like Kleenex, where Kleenex even though Kleenex was a brand, it just became the proxy for nose tissue.
The Tupper family would like to declare a vendetta against you personally.
They have bigger fish to fry right about now, as Tupperware Brands is filing for Chapter 11 protection. And it wasn't until recently that my wife had to correct me, and she said, no, that's not Tupperware. That was whatever, some other brand. I said, what are you talking about? It's that container thing. And no, she said Tupperware has this material, is this brand. Because my wife is OCD, she has all these containers in our pantry. Everything is filed away in its place. As far as I'm concerned, every container in there is Tupperware.
Did you accuse your wife of being pedantic and that led to a giant argument and now you want to come stay with me?
No, I wouldn't accuse her of being pedantic. I would say that she is, what word can I use and get away with it and I can still get in the house
You
tonight?
want me to help? I don't think so.
Back to the Tupperware.
More brands out there now, and not just the Rubbermaids, the Anchor Hawkings, the Sterilites that are the big beasts outside of Tupperware. More and more, there's private labels. One of the things that's also interesting about what's going on now is that they always targeted the top end of things, right? So people who wanted something that was good and something that was going to last would be looking for a top.
Why do people do that? They say something and then they have to give it its own affirmation. You know, I was going to the store, right? And then I went to school, right? And then I got in the car and almost got hit by this metro train, right? And I was thinking, like, they're going way too slow, right? What's with this affirmation stuff? How about I get to decide whether you're right?
More and more, there's private labels. One of the things that's also interesting about what's going on now is that they always targeted the top end of things. Right? So people who wanted something that was good and something that was going to last would be looking for a Tupperware item. But more and more, a lot of the younger people looking for that top end item are looking for a different material.
Right.
Moving away from plastics.
Right.
Looking for something that's got that sustainability edge on it.
Right.
You know, glass containers, stainless steel containers, silicone containers.
Wait a minute, they have breast containers? Is that what you said?
Younger people looking for that top end item are looking for
breast
a different
containers?
Material. Moving away from plastics.
Right.
Looking for something that's got that sustainability edge on it.
Right.
You know, glass containers, stainless steel containers, silicone containers.
There it is. The breast containers.
Don't even do it, Stefan. Stay away from it. I take issue with your standing in this case, Mo, because you, Mo Kelly, refuse to eat leftovers. You have no contact with Tupperware.
No, and that is a true story. That's why I usually ridicule my wife and all of her containers, because as far as I'm concerned, they're all useless. They serve no purpose because she will meal prep every Sunday. So she's laying out all her meals for the week. As far as I'm concerned, it's just taking up very valuable space in our refrigerator.
I don't know. I
where
kind of
fresh food could have gone.
Well, that's okay. Don't worry. The rest of us will just eat your leftovers. We don't mind. That's fine.
Right.
You gonna eat my leftovers?
Yeah, we'll eat the broken bun at the barbecue too. What do you think of that?
Right.
Just as long as you get the fresh new stuff, the rest of us will make do. Don't worry about it. We'll use the Tupperware.
But more and more, a lot of the younger people looking for that top end item are looking for a different material.
They want
moving away
silicone.
from plastics.
Silicone.
Looking for something that's got that sustainability edge on it.
It's got that good grip.
But more and more, a lot of the younger people looking for that top end item are looking for a different material.
Top end.
Moving away from plastics.
Silicone.
Looking for something that's got that sustainability edge on it.
Got a good grip.
You know, glass containers, stainless steel containers, silicone containers. All those have a profile that's more attractive to the younger generation than a classic plastic Tupperware.
All of COVID really has had a dramatic impact on how we eat and drink, in part because of the hybrid life that we have.
Right.
We are eating more meals at home.
Right.
Especially because we're working from home.
Right.
And as such, by having more meals eaten at home, there's just a greater demand on food storage part not only just for fresh foods, but also for leftovers.
Ugh.
So one of the ways to make life a little bit more convenient is you will eat more leftovers during this period.
Not right.
Food storage has a greater demand there.
Not
it
right.
is up 18% versus pre-pandemic. Continues to be growing at this stage and is very, very important for the consumers.
I think the silicone ones are for melon storage. Now you can do it. Now you can do it, Poosh. Thank you.
It's like pulling teeth with Stefan. He goes away for a few days and he comes back like real rusty, not ready to pull the trigger on these. Right?
Don't look at me.
KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
Full bandwidth stimulation.
KFI
and KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live every